Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mods for Monday the 7th of October. We've got a lot of mods, we've got a lot of updates, 44? We're certainly over 40 mods on console, it was way over 50 on PC. 4 new maps as well, don't know when I'm going to get onto those. It was my wedding anniversary, so this has been recorded Tuesday morning. I did as much prep as I possibly could, but I just ran out of time. Updates, we'll get onto those straight away. So the old grain storages pack by Leo, that's probably not showing on the image if you've got it in front of you. The map Urie by Pazor Modding, that says a new save game is recommended. If it says recommended, it just means some of the updates won't happen. If you don't, I would always say if it says recommended, yeah, do it. Mars the Mission by Farmer Bob and Superfly 1842. That says a new save game is required. We've then got the MAN 19.414, the 33.414 and the 41.403 pack by Black Sheep Modding. The Cargos 750-760 by MFZ Diamond Dog, the Bailey High Lift trailer by Ross N Mods, the Mar Ag SSP 45 by SMI Modding Team, Transport Platform 4000H by AW Modding ABP Team featuring BSM, the Hauer SGS 2600 by AW Modding ABP Team, the Hall with Cooling Chamber by Farmer 5 Tom, and the Parking Spaces by Cookie Monster have all had updates. I'm going to start with this in front of me. This was actually the last thing on the mods. I just do it normally in the order they come into the mod hub. This was the last thing. This is a frustrating one. You'll see, I'll explain. This is the Lizard Cyklop. This is by Nikos321, 13.77 megabytes download, 6 slots, and then 1 slot each for the attachments that come with it. Now, I'm going to say this straight off the bat. This could be a 2-part mod review because there is so much to get through, and some of the stuff is packs. Most of the stuff has got loads of options on it, so it could well be split in 2, and I apologise for that. It's just the only way I can get it all in. I'm still going to have to rush, and I hate doing that because it means you can miss things, you know. Anyway, so this you will find under, was it under tools and miscellaneous? I think it was just yeah, tools and miscellaneous, because I did all my prep last night. I've got up early this morning. It's just gone 6:30. Oh, God. Oh dear, there you go. There's the Cyclop, 3,500. Like I said, stock count was 6. Then you've got the clamshell bucket, manure fork, bucket for potato and beets, and then the silage fork. 600 litre capacity, 600, 700 and 800 litres respectively. These all have they have a colour option on them, so you can mix and match with the main vehicle itself, which on here, we've got wheel setup standard 2. Got all decals on the long arm, decals on the short arm, or none at all. It's up to you. With or without cabin, so depending on whether you're going to be working in inclement weather, or you could change that for this nice weather, take the cab off and then put it back on, up to you. We've got old type power takeoff or new type. So then we've got the frame colour as an option, does that. Second frame colour, does that. Cabin colour if you've got the cabin on, does that, and then rim colour, don't know why we're blue again, let's go yellow, there we go, does that. Those are the options. Now, here's the frustrating part. I can get into this, and I can start the engine. I can raise and lower it, I can turn it side to side. That's all on L1 and right stick side to side. R1, right stick side to side, and I can't see, I've been looking to see what's happening when I go side to side. Up and down does that part of the boom. So R1, right stick up and down, side to side, I can't quite tell, and then we've got our rotation as we've seen. Then L1, R1, there's no option, but as you might have already noticed, if I put that right the way out, come down to here, no option comes up to attach. Well, that's weird, maybe I'm too far away. I adjusted, I did all sorts of stuff. Now, for this to run, you need to be on a vehicle that is running. If I turn that off now and jump back in, it says please start engine. I can't operate this unless it's attached to something, that's why it's got the PTO, with an engine running. What you might have also noticed is when I get into the tractor, it gives me the option to attach the manure fork. So I can attach the manure fork. Brilliant stuff. Manure fork is attached. Now I go back to this, jump in, and we go back to our options again. So here's where the problem lies. I'm pressing triangle. I can't switch between the tractor I can't switch between the Cyklop and I can't switch between the bucket if you're sat in the Cyklop. If I turn it on, still doesn't give me the option. I can't. All I can do at the moment, because of which it's switched onto, I can open and close the clamshell. Like that. That's all I can do at the moment. So I have to get out of it, get into the tractor, press triangle until I get to the Cyklop. Brilliant, now I'm on the Cyklop. Now I've got my option for raising, lowering, side to side, boom in and out. But here's my next problem. I now can't use the bucket. The option to open and close the clamshell is gone. If I press triangle, nothing happens. I can't change it from here, so I have to get out. I have to get into the tractor, change it to the bucket. Now I get back in, go to here. Now I can open and close the bucket, which means I've now lost my option to go side to side. So the utility of this, being able to use this on the field or wherever. Now I know people will probably suggest, well, why don't you use the there's the Vanquish 081 like generator PTO thing you can just set. It's going to do the same thing. It doesn't matter what it's attached to. It's because I can't, once I'm sat in the Cyklop now, I can't press triangle and change my options from vehicle to vehicle to vehicle to implement. I have to get out to do it. So this is going to make this a real chore to operate, a real chore to use, which is a pity because it's a cool looking bit of kit. You know, if you're doing small farm work and stuff like that, I would think it's amazing, but the fact that I can't run on its own and it won't let me switch between, I just found a bit frustrating, unfortunately. Again, unless I'm missing something glaringly obvious, but that's the only option I can find to get that to operate, but that's the Lizard Cyklop by Nikos 321. Let's go through the trees, out to here. Next up, we've got the Kiosk. This is by MrSealyp Profi. Just here, this is a sell point, 1.96 megabyte download, 10 slots, 48,500 to purchase. You will find it under build mode and sell points. So if we go into here, productions, sell points. I always say sell points, like, you know, you might be new to the game, you might have a clue what I'm talking about when I say that. Go to productions, go to sell points, and it will be under there. There's no color options or anything like that. And if you're wondering what you can sell there, if you go into your prices menu and you scroll up and down each individual item, it will show on the right hand side everything that the kiosk will take. I mean, it does show you when you go into build mode as well. If we go along again, if we go to sell points and I go along to find the kiosk, which is just there, it will scroll across on the right hand side all the things you can sell there. So you can look there, or you can go into the, like I say, the prices menu, and it will tell you in there. So that's the kiosk. Actually, that's interesting. Hang on. Oh, as I say, there seemed a lot more red on the picture, but that's because it was around the other side. That's by MrSealyp Profi. Next, we've got this. This is the Podlasian Cottage 1971. This by SideCee and EE. 33.32 megabytes download, 28 slots, 17,500. Again, no colour options on this. You'll find this under build mode and farmhouses, because that's what it is. If we go around the back, initially I thought, oh, okay, I thought it was a farmhouse, because when you first get it, that door's shut. And I came around and thought, because you look in the windows and think, okay, that's got that sort of, it gives you that that depth look inside. I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. Hang on, let me just check this door. So I thought it might be a wardrobe trigger. If we open the gate here, sleep trigger is just in here. You can't go any further into the building, just that the sleep trigger is just tucked inside. So somewhere between one you can't go into and one you can fully go into is that you've got a little porch area. That's the Podlasian Cottage by SideCee and EE. Next we've got the ground water pump, which is this just here. Unfortunately, because it's taken me so long to settle this up, the time has gone on and the shadow from the tower is now over this. I do apologise, it wasn't when I set this all up. So ground water pump, this is by fifiquek, I think it is. 0.41 megabytes download, 4 slots, 25,000 to buy. Build mode and factories is where you'll find it. So production and factories, right there. Again, no colour options or anything like this. When we go over to it, it requires diesel. Put diesel in, 1,500 litres. This is a 1 to 100, so it's quite an impressive thing. So what it's basically doing is the diesel's running a pump and it's bringing water out of the ground wherever it's been drilled down to. So that's only been running a little while, and we've already got 3,907 litres of water coming out. And then your water you can set to storing, you can come and collect it, or selling or distributing. So if you've got greenhouses and things like that and you need to distribute water out around to whatever's going to take water, you can set it to distributing. So it works very well indeed. That's the groundwater pump by fifiquek. Next we've got this rather large building. This is the Modern XL Shed by Superfly 1842, 2.68 megabytes download, 9 slots, 120,000 to purchase. This has colour options, as you can see. It's lovely bright orange, but there are quite a few colour options. This is one of those ones as well that's got the roof, the strange roof option. I still can't get my head around why it has it. But anyway, build mode, sheds, just there, the Modern XL Shed, and I'll show you, we'll roll through the colours just so get you a... Oh dear, I have one of those. It's going to be another one of those days. Right, so let's roll through. There we go. The various different options on our colours. Something for everyone. I can never remember when I do this, when I get back to what the first colour was. I think we've gone through the whole lot once already, haven't we? There you go. So there's our colour options. Small side doors, if you want to use those first. Roller doors can be open from the outside. Sometimes you have to go through the small doors first before you can access them. Plenty of racking and shelving, so if you've got stuff you want to put on your racking, implements, pallets, whatever it might be, you can. Those aren't like automatics, not bale and pallet storage or anything like that. Big door at the back. If we come over to, where was the light switch? It's right over in the corner. Turn on shed lights, there we go, nice and bright lighting. And then we've got this, hide roof. You can hide the roof if you want to. Oh, hang on a minute. You know, I said, I'm sure people commented on the last one. I've just remembered what it is. The hide roof option is if you want to place something inside the building, isn't it? For example, I mean, not that I would want to place a shed inside, but if you want to place something inside the building, if the roof's on especially on console, you can only get so far inside the building. With the roof off, I could, if I wanted to, place that inside. You know what I'll do if I put that back on again? If I show roof, that's now inside the building. If I come back out again, and I pick that one again, for example. Hang on. Why are we not? There we go. I'll get to there, and it won't let me inside the building. It'll put it on top. I can only place it where I can see. As soon as I get to the door, it'll put it up on the top. That's what it was for. There we go. I'll take that back. That's a really cool feature. I like that a lot. That's what I said in the last time we had one of those, wasn't it? And that's the Modern XL Shed by Superfly 1842. That's a cool feature. Next, we've got the multi-garage. So, the multi-garage by ikas. This is 6.54 megabytes download, 15 slots, 45,000. Also with a colour option. Also under build mode and sheds. Right next door. Just there. Go into build mode. Let's go into build mode. I was already there. There we go. Colour options. There are quite a few, as you can see. Small door outside, if you want to use that. Larger doors. Just here. I do like the big old windows on the side. That's pretty cool. We do have a sleep trigger. And we've got the workshop option. So here's a workshop, lights on or off. Again, another bright one with the lights on, but I like that. So yeah, workshop and sleep trigger all rolled into one. Hence, multi-garage by ikas. Lovely. Next, we've got the steel shed. Steel hall. This is by Betonowy Lukasz. 12.51 megabytes download, 7 slots, 45,000 to buy. You'll find it in the build mode and sheds. There's no options on this, no colour options or anything like that. There's no lighting in it either. It's a big old building as well for 45 grand. Nicely made and detailed, as they all are, generally speaking. Fairly straightforward. Drive through. Nice big old shed. That's the steel hall by Betonowy Lukasz. Next we've got this. I'll do this one next, actually, yeah. This is the TMR mixing station by Fra-Cassés modding. 6.93 megabytes download, 14 slots, 45,000 to buy. As you can see, it looks like this. This is under build mode and productions as well. It is making TMR, there you go, just there. 45 grand. So we put in our hay, we put in our grass, we put in our silage. Total mixed ration at the side there. We do have light switch as well, and then our managed production is done here. As you can see, now this is interesting, and when you look at the recipe, this I find curious, and this is not me knocking the modder, this is just one of those looking at the recipe. So silage and hay 100,000 litres, mineral feed 10,000 litres, and straw 50,000. So when that runs, those aren't going to run out like equally. 100 of silage and 100 of straw, you would think those would have the same amount, because hay is 250 in that recipe. So 2.5 times what the silage and the straw requirement is in that recipe. So the hay is going to go down way faster. So you would think the capacity for hay would be much higher, so that as that runs down, it would run down equally. I mean, it doesn't have to. I'm just saying that would, you know, it's just the way my mind works. And obviously the mineral feed takes far less. So yeah, there's going to be less in there. It's only 50 on that recipe. That's why that would be half. I'm just looking at it, you know. Anyway, so the recipe, once we turn it on, should chug away fairly quickly. It's all of those to 500. You don't gain anything. It doesn't triple the recipe or double it or anything like that. You're getting, you know, what you put in, you're getting out. He says the trouble is the cycles per month aren't very high. If the cycles per month were higher, or the recipe was higher, if it was 1,000 to 2,500 to 500, you know, then it would be higher. There we go. We've got some top mixed ration being produced. So TMR facility, and it's only 45 grand to be fair, which is pretty cool. Put our stuff in. That's cool. And I assume it takes all those bits, the augers run, bring it. The augers going the wrong way. They would take it that way, wouldn't they? There you go, and it starts producing here, where it comes out the back chute. So you take it all the way along. Just trying to look to see how this operates. Regardless, that's what it does. There you go, and then it comes out of there. When you collect it, I'm overthinking that. That's the TMR mixing station by Fra-Cassés modding. Next we've got this. This is the grain storage and with drying floor. This is by Swifty. It's 16.99 megabytes download, 13 slots, 280,000 to buy. Under build mode and sheds is where you'll find it. The drying floor is just decorative. So it's a large building. I don't think we had a colour option on this. Let me just double check. So 280 grand. Let me have a look top left. No colour options. You get it just as it is. The doors operate independently. So I can do each side separately. So if you only want to open a little bit, it's got a small vehicle going through, you can. Side door as well does the same thing. Then you've got your big sort of, these aren't silage clamps, these are for putting grains and stuff, but you can put anything you want in here. And then you've got the drying floor. This would normally have air that would be pumped through, would be coming through to dry your crop down. Like I say, it is just decorative, but it's a nice looking building. Big old building. I mean, it's pricey, it's up there. I love the pebble dash look as well on that. Very nice indeed. That's the grain storage with drying floor by Swifty. Next we've got a pack. This has got 8 items in it. This is the pig farm building package by Razak. This is 43.22 megabytes download. We start off with the hall, which is 10 slots, 75,000. We've got 2 different silos. We've got a silo standard and a silo medium. These were 5 slots each. I think I might have gone for the standard. As you can see, they come with lights. I did put some stuff in to just check clipping. There's a little bit, not horrendously through the wall. That's 500,000 litres in this one. And we look at the silo itself. I jump into there. We've maybe not done half of it, so this might be maybe a 1.2 million litre, possibly, once you've filled it right to the top. Then next door to that, we've got the silo. The silo is 16 slots, 120,000 to buy. In and out is done here. This was a standard crop type, not a multi-fruit. We've got lighting. Let's come inside the door actually. I think we had lighting on the other as well. There we go. Light switch again. Another bright one when the lights are on. Next to that, we've got the manure heap. That's 7 slots, 25,000 to buy, 3 million litre capacity. Next to that, we've got the pigsty. The pigsty is a big old proposition. This is a rather large building complex just here, including this on here as well. So the pigsty was 24 slots, will hold 350 pigs, 220,000 to buy. So you'll find them in the various different locations. The hall you'll find under sheds. The manure heap and the silo you'll find under silos, as you will with the manure extension. This you'll find under animals. The pigsty, and then behind us we've got the vehicle shop, which also comes in the pack. That one is 13 slots, 150,000 to purchase, and that's under build mode. And actually, was that tools or sheds? I need to double check that one. I think, yeah, there's the hall. I think it was under tools. There we go, tools for the vehicle workshop. So those are locations you'll find them. Anyway, so the pigs then. Let's do that first. So as far as putting stuff in, straw when in this side. These gates do open or close depending on how you look at it. So they'll close that off but open this up so you can drive through. Was there a light switch on here or was this automatic? I'm trying to remember. There you go, turn on lights. So straw was this side for bedding. Dialogue box is just here so we can open this gate, get to the dialogue box. Slurry point is just here, so the slurry will go in, you can take the slurry out automatically. Feed was done down this side, same thing again, I've closed these off. Light switch was this side, was it? Or was it the other end of the wall? No, there we go. There we go. So the bed in that side, feed this side for your pig food in. We've already seen the slurry point, obviously you don't get milk. And if you want your manure, you would put a manure heap. I don't know if it should be close enough, the manure heap. I don't think this has been running long enough, to be fair. Have any manure in it yet? No, it's saying 0, but with the manure heap it should go in. What was I going to show on this bit? Oh yeah, the workshop. The workshop has multiple doors, offices, side rooms, storerooms, each with its own lights. As you can see, whether you put this just as a storage room, you might want to put pallets in here. Another one to the side here, also with the light switch. So plenty of storage, plenty of space. And we're coming to... Oh, that was what I was going to say. Yeah, the only thing, I don't know if it might be a conflict with the map. Main office just in here, again with light switch. There's no sleep trigger or anything like that in here. Open this door up. Brings us into another office. Open that one up. See what I mean? Then we come into the main hall. So the main hall is your actual workshop with a pit. Now, like I say, I don't know if it could just be the map. But where it's done the hole for the pit, as you saw outside, there's your workshop trigger. Triple door just in here, again with a light switch. It did this at the front, which was weird. And I'm surprised it didn't go into the water plane as well, because the water plane on this map is not too far under the surface. So I'm surprised that didn't fill with water. But yeah, it did that. Now, that may not do that on your map. It may, like I say, it could just be this mod with this map. But just be aware, if you are going to place this, save your game first, place it. If you have an issue, then you can always come back out again. You don't want to have to remove it, then have to landscape, and it becomes a whole thing, you know. So, turn that off. There we go. That's the pig farm building package by Razak. Next. Oh yeah, we can do this one actually while we're on the way over. Next we've got this. This is part of a pack. Ning, 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 ning. Looks weathered, looks beaten. It's a nice looking bit of kit. This is part of the Lizard PS X90 pack by I think it's EEternit, but EEternit. 23.64 megabytes download. These don't have a slot count. They are chainsaws. Words. I don't know what's going on with me today. Now, as far as I can tell, when we go to here, when you look in the Modhub under these, I think the actual horsepowers on them don't change very much. We've got the PS90, the PS190, the PS191, the 290, the 291, 390 and the 490, and then we go on to a different pack. It looks like the chain on that one is shorter than that one. That looks like it's a longer one. The ones look like they're a little bit longer, but then you look between those two, it doesn't. That looks longer than that one. It's bizarre. Like I say, I think the horsepowers, as far as I recall, were about the same. Let me just have a double check on this, because it was one of these ones I went through and I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to see what the difference is. 4.2 horsepower. I think we got a 0.4 meter working width, 0.5 meter working width. They're either 0.4 and 0.5. All of them say 4.2 horsepower, and it doesn't say anything about the blade length. So potentially, but they're old Polish chainsaws is what they are. And they'll cut down trees, if I can get over there, because I've just realised I missed a mod. Oh yeah, look at the reach. You see the... Look, see over there? You can always see the blue on there. Although you still have to be close enough to it for it to operate, but... How are we looking here? Is it faster or anything? Or is it just that it's a slightly different look? That sounds cool. Nice sounds on that. Whoa. Always watch that kickback, people. Does the job, doesn't it? I really hope we get third person on 25. Yeah, nothing's been confirmed or anything. It's just a lot of the screenshots we've been seeing. It kind of intimates that we might be, but it could just be they're using PC when they're doing some of the shots and stuff. But anyway, I don't know, just digressed on that. I'm just thinking of wearing the logging gear, you know, when you're cutting down trees, not being able to see it. But anyway, the Lizard PS X90 pack by EEternit. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard Mixed by VuleX. This is what I missed. 5.4 megabytes download, 5 slots, 4,500 to purchase. This is a mixer. Build mode productions is where you'll find it. Just there. So, this will do. When we go to our manage point, you can put this again. If you take the roof off that shed, you can put it inside. You can put it all sorts of sheds, put it wherever you want. So we've got 3 pig food recipes. This takes wheat, barley, canola, corn, oat and soybean. And you've got various different recipes for pig food. You can put them all on if you want to. The last 2 recipes are for mineral feed. Again, just using your standard crops. Nothing over and above. Nothing too complicated. And again, where was this when I needed it? But it only takes 350 litres of each. This is not a massive scale thing. You could have maybe 10 of these running or something. But you know, I suppose that would use up a lot of productions. But if we turn on the pig food recipes, all 3. Then we turn on our mineral feed. Look at the cycles per month. Look at the recipes. The recipes aren't high, but the cycles per month are. So already, across here, we've got a lot in here. This is going to eke through the 350 litres of each in no time at all. But, if your pigs are hungry, or you need some mineral feed quick... Why is that not telling me what's in there? Anyway, there you go. Already out of wheat. So the recipe's all stopped because we ran out of wheat. Wow, that got through that quick. So there we go. That's the Lizard Mixed by VuleX. You have to keep topping that up. What are we on to after that? We've done all that, done all that, done all that. Oh yes, I know what we're on to now. Whew. Okay, I'll see you over there in just a second. We've got these. All of this is actually 2 packs. Both of these packs are by GMNGjoy. We've got the BioBaler Pro first. 8 slots each. There are 2 of these. They're both cool, but one of these is very cool. Stands out above the others. Then we've got the variable pickup width, and this is what it depends what I do for the thumbnail yet. Still haven't decided. And again, because there's 2 parts to this as well. Bonkers widths, bonkers capacities. Today's been or will be a day of that. You'll see as we go through the rest of the mods. It's a bit crackers. So we'll start with the BioBaler Pro Pack. 1.53 megabytes download. As I said, 8 slots each. So we've got our BioBaler, which does your poplars and turns them into wood chip bales, and then this also comes in a pack with a cotton baler, which is very, very cool. So if we go into here and we go to our balers, so here they both are, 99,601 for each one. So we've got the WB55 Pro, that's your poplar baler that'll do wood chip bales, and then we've got the WB55 cotton, so a trailed cotton baler. Nice. But that's not all. So these will do different size bales. We've got standard wheel setup and wide. This is the same on both. We've got main colour. We'll do that section. Door colour. Let's pick something different. We'll do that section. Design colour. It does all of that. And then rim colour. We've got a few different options. I don't think it's a metallic one. Let's go white. So that's what that all does. Now, as far as changing the bale size goes, that's as you would normally do with the baler, but this also comes with variable width. That is adjusted with the actual vehicle itself. So, menu top left, you see it says selected work mode default pickup. If I go R1, I can change my bale size with R3. So 180, 125. Sorry, I should have started on 125. 125, 150, 180 centimetre bales. R1 right stick up and down changes my direction. So depending on which way round I come into the field, so I don't drive over or anything, I can do that. I can bring it right out, and now I'm onto my crop, which is where you want to be. But we can change our pickup as well. So R1, without it turned on, it says toggle work mode. We can go default pickup, we can go bonus pickup, extended, or virtual windrower. So if we go with default first, let's turn on the baler, let's lower the baler, let's put on automatic drop, and there we are, doing what the baler should do, quite happily baling. Very nice, and that's doing wood chip bales. So let's turn it off. Now we go to our change work mode. We'll go to bonus pickup. Turn it back on again. Now it's got a little bit wider. If I come over a little bit as well, obviously because that goes the other side too. Admittedly I'm going through the crop, but don't worry. So we'll see it's got a little bit wider now. Awesome. Turn that off. Now we'll change it again. We'll go to... Oh, sorry, start the engine. So we now go to extended pickup. Turn it back on again. Gone wider again. So if you're doing poplar work and you want to get your poplars done nice and quick, right, let's turn that off. Then change the work mode to the final one, which is virtual windrower. Turn it back on again, and then we've got this. Oh, automatic drop. Let's let that go off first. There we go. There's our first bale. Let it close. I went too far. There we go. Now again, I say this every time I do mod reviews, every time I do stuff. Wow, that went to it, I suppose, because we've got quite a wide thing. You don't have to use the Unreal stuff. You don't have to. It's got the standard one on there. It's got the default. So if you just want to use a slightly different one, you can. Let's turn that off. You absolutely can. And you can still do your bio baling. You can do whatever you want to do. You can change all your colours. It makes it a little bit more. You can personalise it. That's very cool. So you can just run it default, so you don't have to use those other options, but they are there as an option if you want to. What's cool is this. I've been looking for, I haven't even used this yet, so I've got it set on default at the moment. Automatic drop is on. We've got it on 180 centimetre bales. We have. I'm curious to see what this come out like. Let's move that to the side. So this should be default pickup. How far out will that need to go? Is that going any further? That's as far as it goes. Let's turn it on, drop it down. What's the default pickup? So default pickup is literally double wide, do a couple of rows, or three. We're getting three now. We have to come a little bit further over. Depends on the width of your tractor as well. If your tractor's narrower, you can get further over. Or if you've got narrow tyres on, you're not doing any crop damage. There we go. We can do 3 rows at a time, which is about half, maybe it's just under half of what your standard one baler does, but it's a trailed baler. Way cheaper when you're looking at sort of 6, 7, 800,000 for a self-propelled cotton harvester, if not more, depending on which mods you're using, that kind of thing. 99 grand for that, pretty cool. But again, turn off the baler, change our working mode. Bonus. Well, you get the idea what's going to go up to. Let's go bonus. I'm going to go straight to extended. So obviously that goes out both sides. So I need to allow for. So that's bringing us pretty much the bonus. So the extended is to a, what I would say is pretty much a standard self-propelled header width. Turn that off. And then let's go to toggle work mode again to virtual windrower. So if you want to get your cotton done a lot quicker, and again, you don't have to. You can just set it on the default setting. Have it on default and run it. Just as the fact it's a cool mod. I mean, I think of all the mods today, and there are a lot of mods today, and there are a lot of cool mods today with bonkers widths, with crazy capacities, with all sorts of stuff. This one stands out to me because it's something different. We haven't had a trailed cotton harvester. There might be a modded one on PC. I've never encountered one on console. So, and the bales aren't, they're not 10,000 litre, they're not 20,000 litre bales. It's a small baler, but Just want to see what a cotton bale looks like when it comes out the baler. First time doing it. There we go. Well, there you go. I wasn't expecting that colour. It doesn't give you an option for colour. And away we go. I have to say, that's very cool. Makes that a lot more manageable as well. 3,800 litre cotton bale. Nice. That's very cool indeed. That's the BioBaler Pro Pack. Now we move on to the variable pickup width pack. I'm not going to show you everything in these. I'm going to show you examples from each of the sections because again, there's a lot to this. So just grab my tractor. I will see you over there in a minute. Right then. So we've got the variable pickup width by GMNGjoy. This is a pack with multiple mods in it. We're going to start off with balers. We've got a whole selection of balers. We've then got a selection of forage wagons. We've then got a header, Forage Harvester header. The forage header is 9 slots. Then we've got a rock picker, stone picker, which is also 9 slots. Those two are individual. The others are packs. It will make sense in a moment. We'll start off with balers. And we come to here. Now, I've got too many packs. I've got the ultimate mowing and baling pack. I've got liftable bales pack. I've got... there are too many packs going on. So, we've got all of these different balers under the variable pickup width mod. So, the standard base game stuff. We roll through, scroll through each one until we get to the end there. Not everything, but all of these are including bale wrappers, baler wrappers, square balers, round balers. We've got a bit of everything. Like I say, I'm not showing you every single one of these, but when we go in, we've got a lot of options for, well, I say a lot of options. We've got tyre choices, and then we can change the main colours, the detail colours, and the rim colour. Which one did I change? I think this is the one I've got out. So you've got options for silage additive tanks on here as well, which is very cool. So on this one, I'll show you, for example, main colour, let's change that. That does all of that. Detail colour does all of that. Tertiary colour. Let's go green. There we go. See that. Logo colour. Let's change the logo to pink, which does that on there. And then rim colour, anything on that palette. Let's go darker on there. Then the license plate option on there too. All very nice. So the point with this pack is, as well as all the customization options on it, this is variable pickup. So again, the bale sizes, we can change our bale sizes. You can with normal balers, that's absolutely fine. But when you go into the toggle work mode, we can do exactly what we just did with the bio balers. We can toggle our working width so it gives you a virtual windrower. Now there are packs that have windrowers, so if you want to go for a more realistic look, I want to actually have a windrower on, that's fine. The ultimate mowing and baling pack, you can have a windrower and you can attach your baler behind it. That's absolutely fine. You can go down any route you want, but this is an option if you want to go down this route. So I'm going to show you one of the entire pack. I've got this open, unfolded. Beacons, lights. I did a little bit of tweaking on this to make it a little bit more personalised. We can have our automatic pickup on. Automatic pickup, what am I talking about? These unload automatically anyway. But then we go back to our toggle work mode again. I've got it on bale size 240. Actually, I'm going to go smaller because it'll be quicker to get a bale out. So 180cm will go. So our default pickup, and then we've got our bonus, we've got our extended, and we've got our virtual. If you just want the customization options on this, then you can run it as a default pickup, and it will run like a normal baler with a normal pickup like that. So if you're picking up swaths that have already been swathed, that's absolutely fine. Turn that off. Toggle work mode again. Bonus pickup goes a little bit wider. I don't think we can turn it? Oh, we can. Oh, that's all right. I thought we had to turn the engine off. Normally, to toggle work mode, you have to turn the engine off. There you go. That's our extended. Then toggle it again, and that's our virtual windrower. So you can see the difference behind us in the three different setups. Default. Now let's go back again. Default, bonus, extended, and virtual. So that's the baler, and that will just bale and put the stuff out the back as a normal baler would. Depending on what bale size you've chosen. Happy days. Right, let's turn that off. Disconnect. Next up, Forage Wagon. You can see where this is going, can't you? So when I was doing it, so anyone that was screaming at the screen when I was doing it with the BioBaler, I normally when it's a work mode thing, you have to toggle it. So that's what I was doing. So our default mode, actually, I didn't show the forage, so I just did balers. So forage wagons are next. Forage wagons are different because we've got some extra options on these. So we go to our forage wagons, so we want our variable pickup. There we go. So we start off with the Boss Alpine, the Pharaoh, the Rapide, the Jumbo, and the Cargos. Those are our options. And again, I'm going to show you one. I've got the class out, so we'll show in the Pertinger. Let's go on to there. So configuration, standard, 46,600 litres. Solid additive tank, double capacity, 93,200 litres. Double with additives. Then redonculous mod, 466,000 litres is the redonculous capacity. And then again that with silage additive as well. Wheel brand options, on the ones that have an option, it's standard and wide. And then we've got colour options again. We can chop and change how we do it. Design colour, let's go green, there we go, does that. And then rim colour option, and then license plate option on there as well. Again with this, you change the options, but it's the capacity on this as well as the width. Well, of the balers, the capacities don't change, but the things like this that do have a capacity, we have got the option to go up to some crazy sizes. This one's 466,000 litre massive, this one goes 440, that one goes up to 350, 260, 161,000 litres if you want to go for the bonkers capacities. Again, if you don't want to and you just want to have the customization or customization ability, if you want to be able to customize them, just go for that and run it default. You don't have to go for the bonkers capacities if you don't want to. So this one, again, we're on default pickup. Let's turn it on, let's drop it down. So if we're picking up just a swath off the ground, no problem at all. Let's go for bonus pickup. Doesn't go much wider, but it goes a little bit wider. Let's go again. Extended. Let's go again. Virtual windrower. There you go. So that's your forage wagons. Again, same options. I'm glad I realised that. So for anyone who has been shouting at the television already, if you've already commented, people do jump the gun. You must know by now, normally, I'm not always, but normally I do come back around. Normally I work something out and realise what I've done. I've realised my mistake and we correct it. Right, I'm going to go to the stone picker now just because we're next to it. So, the stone picker, as I said, if we go into our menu and we go to our rock pickers, stone pickers, variable pickup width mod. Now this again, capacity and variable width option. So we've got standard configuration, double capacity at 4,000 litres or redonculous at 20,000 litres. I've always, I mean, admittedly the whole point is you tip it on the ground or tip it into a bucket, tip it into a trailer and you carry on your job. But when you've got big fields and you're doing a lot of stonework, if you are doing stonework at all, and a lot of people tend to turn it off, 2,000 litres, it just fills up so fast and you're just forever unloading it. Again, tyre options are all standard on this. There's no options within those. You have got those different tyre choices. Main colour option, like that. Detail colour option, like that. And then rim colour option, like so. So I think I've gone for the 20,000 litre. We'll unfold it. Now there is one, I've got the extended one. There is one where the actual arms are extended, but again we've got default pickup. Turn it on, drop it down. We are picking up in a default kind of way. Let's toggle work mode to bonus pickup, a little bit wider. Press it again, extended, and then press it again. Virtual windrower, and you'll get your rocks picked up much faster. And again, if you don't want to run it, don't run it. I know people will automatically, they'll dislike the video because they don't like the mod. I didn't make the mod, I'm just showing the mod. I got in trouble for this before. I shouldn't be showing people how to cheat. It's a mod, it's there. It's I'm just doing a mod review of what's available. Anyway, that's the rock picker in that pack. So now I'm going to go over to the Forage Wagon and the Forage Pickup. And here it is, in all its glory. So let's go on to here, and we want to go to Forage Harvester headers. So these are your pickup headers. They're designed for picking up swaths. And like I say, way back on 15 or 17, might have been 15 and 17, but definitely 15, you could pick up straw swaths with these as well, but they stopped that. Anyway, grass, we go out to the end. So there it is. And again, variable width on this. There's no capacity on it because it's the harvester that does, the forage harvester is chaffing, cross-cutting. So we can change our attachment type depending on what actual forage harvester we're using, which is nice. Change our main colour on that, does that. Design colour, does that. And then rim colour as well, does that. Those are options. Start this up. I've already unfolded, but we can do that. That folds it up. Unfolding it, once we get to the field, does that. Turn it on, drop it down. We're on default pickup now, so that will do your regular old, I've got silage additive in. I think all the others had silage additive in. I didn't even say that, did I? The Forage Wagon and the baler all had silage additive in them. We're going along, picking up normally, very nice. Bonus pickup, goes a little bit wider. Extended, a little bit wider. And then our virtual windrower. And there you go. That's how it works. That's the two packs, the BioBaler Pro and the variable pickup width. And I still maintain, for me, out of all of that, out of all the mods I've looked at so far, it's the trailed cotton baler that stands out to me. I like that a lot because it's different. We haven't had one before. That's pretty cool. I'm not saying the rest of the stuff isn't cool and what the modders have done is brilliant, but that really stands out. Anyway, that's our pickup header. Very nice. So that's the BioBaler Pro variable pickup width, both by GMNGjoy. Have I got time for one more before I have to go on to part 2? I think so. Yes. So we have these. This is the planter and vegetable planter by Princess Black. I think one of the mods is by Princess, or one of the maps is by Princess Black, actually. 0.05 megabytes download. 22 slots each. We've got a 9 meter and a 12 meter, as you can see, customizable. As I said on the previous, on part 1, this could still be part 1, it depends how this has ended up being edited. Redonculous mods with regard to capacities, widths, those kind of things. This is no different. So you will find these under planters, just here. So we've got the Optima RS and we've got the Tempo L16. 9 meter, 12 meter. You can also see capacities are a little bit different. Also what they do, they will do all of the premium expansion stuff. They'll do potatoes, they'll do sugarcane, they'll do poplar. So they'll do your standard planter crops and those things on top. That in and of itself is very cool. So it gives you a planter that does a multitude of stuff. You don't need the vegetable packs, you don't need to necessarily use those. And you go much wider, you can get more done. Awesome. But it doesn't just stop there. So if we go on to here, tyre option choices, we've got Trelleborg, we've got Vredestein, Mitas, Michelin and back again. Capacity, default 2,660 litres. We've got adapted to consumption, which is 3,000 litres, and then unrealistic at 35,000 litres. Now I could have sworn on one of these I went for that option, adapted to consumption. But that's not what I ended up with. Unless by accident I might have gone for the same on both. This is 35,000 litres unrealistic. Main colour, anything on this palette, does all of that. Next one, does that. Design colour. Cover colour, does, let's go for something different. Oh, that wasn't much different, was it? Let's go for something that stands out. There you go, pink, does the covers on there. Next design colour, does the other cover on the top of there. Then we've got rim colour. Down there, and we've got license plate option on there too. So that's the Optima RS. Then we go to the Tempo L16. As you can see, the configuration on this one, but same thing. Tyre options, all those to choose from. Capacity 6,920, Adapted to consumption 7,500, or unrealistic at 50,000 litres. That'll keep you going on some big fields for quite some time. Main colour, anything on that palette, does all of that. Seed box, does that. Tarp, does the cover. Rim colour, I don't know why I went purple. And then license plate option there as well. So, we'll start off with this one. So this one gets towed out to the field in, hang on, this orientation. So keeps it nice and narrow. You hook on here. When you get to the field, you come around to this bit, hook it up, turn the engine on. There we go. Fold that all away. As you can see, we've got 35,000 litre capacity on this, 10,000 litres of fertiliser, and we've got 25,000 litres of seed. I've got it on red beet because it's something different. Now, it doesn't say these are direct drills, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it on, drop it down, and we'll get going. Right, that did all of that. So what I'm going to do is put it over on a bit that hasn't been mulched and see, just in case. It didn't say they were. It might do in the description, but no, they're not. So that's not planting. It's only planting on a little bit on the side, not. Yeah, so they're not direct drills. But as far as, like I say, as far as capacity goes, so big field work and stuff, and the fact they do multiple crops as well. 9 mile an hour, not bad at all. So turn that off, lift that up. Don't want to lift that up to disconnect it. So, seed comes like this. Oh, didn't show me opening the covers on the other one. Sorry, I do apologise. Cool. Now I did find with this, if you're trying to fill this up from a buying thing silo, once I put the fertiliser in, it wouldn't let me do the seed, so I had to do the seed separately. If I did the seed first, it wouldn't let me do the fertiliser. That was on that one over there. This one did, so maybe you might have to go from boxes or a different silo, or, you know, again, be a case of fiddling around with it. Again, we can change our crop type. I've got it on potatoes at the moment, again, just because it was something different. But sugarcane, usually, if you go for one of these and you put sugarcane is normally quite thirsty. Another reason why having this one, especially with a 50,000 litre capacity, you might well need it. So what I'm going to do, let's turn it on, drop it down. And let's see how we get on. Because this will get through the seed pretty quick when you're doing sugarcane. Which it is, to be fair. It's honking through. Again, I will just double check this. I don't think it's a direct drill, but just to be absolutely certain. No. Doesn't hurt to check. A very cool couple of planters. I like that. Again, you haven't got to go. You don't have to use the bonkers capacities. You can keep it standard. If you just want the ability to do all those extra crop types, and you want the ability to customise your planter, or especially if you want to use one of these planters, that's absolutely fantastic. Keep it default if you want to. If going with the extra crop types is just something that's one step too far for you already, then you probably wouldn't even look at using these at all. But like I say, if the unreal capacity is too much, then don't use those. It's entirely up to you. And that's it for part 1 of the mods for Monday the 7th of October. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. In the description, there is a link to the LAMMA meet and greet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing the LAMMA meet and greet again this year. So if you're in the UK and you want to go to LAMMA registration is open. There is a link in the description. Places are limited. We are holding a kind of meet and greet after party type thing. But go on the link, get your LAMMA ticket, sort out maybe if you want to come and join us. There's going to be a load of content creators. There's probably going to be modders, map makers, all sorts of people. There'll be a panel. We're going to sit and do a Q&A. We'll be milling about. People can come and you can come and talk to us. There'll be a whole load more information to come, but the link is in the description. Like I say, I think we've only got places for maybe 150 people, so you may need to get in there quick. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.